Glad to see them reopen, and also, this is why I love doing this show. You learn something new every day on The One Show. No idea that Puffin's borrowed. So
and you need to take a cap.
Absolutely. Right then, it's time to welcome our first guest to the show. It's only Sir Brian May. Hello.
Come on. Brian, welcome to The One Show. Well, outside of music, we understand that your passion, you've got a strong passion for wildlife conservation, and you've made a very powerful documentary about bovine TB.
And you've seen it.
Yeah, and how it affects wildlife and farming communities. Tell us a bit more about it and why you wanted to make the documentary.
I wanted to make it in the beginning because I've continually been shocked that we're killing thousands and thousands of native animals, and I couldn't believe that it was actually going to work. And what is there really a reason for doing this? I'm still shocked and horrified, you know, morally, I suppose, but also as a scientist, I wanted to find the truth. So my journey, as you'll see in the documentary, BBC2, 9 o'clock, Friday. Tomorrow, isn't it? It's tomorrow? No, Friday.
Don't you worry, we've got the plug at the end. Don't you worry.
Plug. The reason we wanted to do the documentary was to share what we found out, and it's a journey that's been shared with. It's not just me; it's me and a wonderful CEO of Save Me. You know, our charity, animal charity, is Save Me. Plus, we teamed up with a wonderful farmer called Robert Reed in the West Country in Devon, and his incredibly talented vet, Dick Sibley. So it's a team of 4 with a lot of people helping us, and we'd set out from the bottom to try and find out what the truth was. Were the badgers relevant? What was going wrong? Why was the problem still there? So that's what you see in the documentary.
Now, Brian, as you said, you spent some time with some of the farmers to see firsthand how the disease affects their livelihoods. So let's take a look.
Yeah.
She is a reactor. So, unfortunately, the next step to that is that we tag. That tag then identifies that cow, basically, as a reactor.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Cows are part of our family. When you load up your best animals to go to slaughter in the prime of life, how long are we expected to do this?
My overriding feeling is farmers deserve better.
I mean, that was emotional to watch, and we know it's a topic that really divides opinion, especially between wildlife groups and farming communities. You've been trying to bring them together, haven't you, and hopefully find a solution.
That's exactly right. When we came into it, everybody's shouting and nobody's listened. We thought we should bring people together and find the truth, which is what I believe we've done. So I started off trying to save the badgers, and I still am, but basically we're trying to save the farmers now, which you will see, and the cattle. It's a tragedy all round. It's a terrible, awful mess. And we think that we've made the discoveries which can, in the future, help those farmers solve the problems and get rid of bovine TB, stop killing the badgers, end of story. We believe we cracked it.
And Brian, as part of the documentary, you've been involved in some new research around the disease, which you go on to discover. But this is just one study. But what did you and the team find out?
A lot of things, really. The first thing we found out was that the skin test, which the farmers have to go through every 60 days normally, is incredibly inaccurate. So you're supposed to be taking out the infected animals to save the rest of the animals, but in fact you're not finding all the infected animals. So what happens is you leave the infected cow in the herd. It's not only infected, it's infectious. We discovered that by PCR testing. So it's no wonder that the disease gets perpetuated in the herd. Once it's in there, you're not going to get rid of it unless you apply really strict hygiene within the herd. And we used enhanced testing to find out exactly where the pathogen was, try to cut off the roots of infection within the herd. We believe that's the secret of success.
Now, the programme does hear from farmers who do strongly disagree with you, and you've presented some of your findings to the farmers at Aberystwyth University, including some of your biggest critics. After the type of career that you've had, you've played to millions of people worldwide. How did that compare?
It was tough. We ended up friends, which is good. We had a sort of mutual respect because they understand that I'm in this because I really do care, not just about the badgers, but about the cows, about the people, the farmers and their families. Compared to playing to 250,000 people in Queen, hard to say, you know. They're both tough calls, and I was really nervous in Aberystwyth. Thinking, you know, they're going to throw stones at me. At least in the Queen show, you know, they're going to be mainly friendly. But we've ended up being very friendly with all the farmers that you see in the documentary, and we will continue that way. And we have started. This is Stop Press. We now are going to start a clinic. It's going to be the Save Me TB clinic. down in Gatcombe where we've done our research. So anyone who's interested, after they see the documentary, any farmers who are interested in talking about it, if they're not happy with the present situation, can come down, we exchange ideas, we can give what we've discovered and work on TB together.
And this documentary was 14 years in the making?
Essentially, yes. I mean, 6 years filming, but our journey took 14 years, from the time when David Cameron announced he was going to cull. Because the previous government didn't, under Hilary Benn, they didn't cull badgers. They didn't believe it was going to work, and it hasn't worked. And people knew. I mean, there was a thing called the RBCT, and the results were brought in 2007. It was an experiment to see if culling badgers would work, and the conclusion of that whole massive experiment, in which they killed thousands of badgers, was culling badgers can make no meaningful contribution to the control of bovine TB in cattle. It's very clear, but the government for the last 12 years has ignored that. And we've killed nearly 250,000 badgers, and the situation isn't any better than it was. Some people will tell you it is better, but we know better. Talk to the farmers. You'll see in the documentary.
You will see, and you can catch Brian's documentary, The Badgers, the Farmers and Me, on Friday evening at 9 o'clock on BBC2 and iPlayer.
Yeah, time now to work.